Hello everyone. Our topic today is special right triangles. So, last time in our previous lesson ay pinag-aralan natin yung Pythagorean Theorem. Do you remember Pythagorean Theorem? Pythagorean Theorem is only for right triangle. Okay? The Pythagorean Theorem states that the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the two legs. In symbol, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, no? Yun ang sinasaad ng ating Pythagorean theorem. And that will be used in finding the missing side of a right triangle. So yung ituturo ko sa inyo ngayon ay hindi na kailangan ang formula. No need for us to use the formula. We can easily find the missing side of a right triangle. Hindi mo na kailangan gumamit ng formula. Kaya nga sila tinawag na special right triangle. Okay, again, our topic is special right triangles. The special right triangles are 45 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees triangle. Or this triangle is also known as isosceles right triangle. No? Kung naalala nyo yung definition ng isosceles, it has two congruent sides. Tandaan natin, if a triangle has two congruent sides, then it has also two congruent angles. Kagaya nito, oh. So, since the two sides are congruent, therefore, these two angles opposite, no, are also congruent. So this is 45 degrees, this is 45 degrees. This small square indicates that this angle measures 90 degrees. So even without using the protractor, kapag nakita nyo may maliit na parang square, ibig sabihin yan ay right angle. No? Kaya nga siya tinawag na 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay, let's name the parts of this. The two congruent sides are the legs, or the two sides na kung saan silang dalawa yung nakabuo ng right angle, sila yung tinatawag na legs. And the side, this one, opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. Tandaan natin ha, o kaya the longest side of a right triangle is the hypotenuse. Okay? So, sinabi ko kanina na hindi mo na kailangan gumamit ng formula sa Pythagorean Theorem. Ito lang yung tatandaan natin. Okay? If the measure of the leg is equal to x, then the hypotenuse will be the measure of that leg times the square root of 2. Okay? How about the other leg? It is also the same, no? They are the same. Kasi congruent sila eh. So kung ito ay 10, ito dapat 10 din. O 10 din siya, no? If one of the leg in a 45, 45, 90 is 10, then the other leg, of course, is also 10. How about the hypotenuse? It will be 10 the square root of 2. O, di ba? No need for you to use the formula. Okay? So, mamaya bibigyan ko kayo ng mga examples. So, here, in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, we have the shorter leg. This is the longer leg. And this is the hypotenuse. So, paano natin makikilala yung mga legs? They are the one who form right angle. No? Ito kagaya nito, silang dalawa yung nakabuo ng right angle. So, ganun din ito. They are legs also. Pero this time, ito sa 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 triangle, may tinatawag tayong shorter leg para mas madali nyo ma-identify. No? We have the shorter leg and the longer leg. And this side opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse, no? Okay, so let's have an example. Balikan lang natin mamaya yun. No? Let's have an example on a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Look at this. So, in this example, one of the leg is given. Okay? So, ano nga yung sabi natin kanina? If one of the leg, kasi kung ito ay x, this is also x. If this is 10, this is also 10 units. Okay? Because the two legs of a 19, of a 45, 45, 90 are congruent. So, if this is 10, this is also 10. How about the hypotenuse? What is the length of the hypotenuse? It is equal to 10 the square root of 2. O, diba? Hindi nyo na kailangan gumamit ng formula. Okay, let's take another one. Okay, this time, given yung ating hypotenuse. So, how do you find the length of these legs? Okay, so, C, that is equal to 10, and this is x. This is x. Ano kaya yung value ng x? Diba? So, x times the square root of 2 will give us 10. Okay? X times the square root of 2 will give us 10. Ano kaya ang imumultiply natin dito sa square root of 2, no? Ano kaya tong value ng x na kapag i-multiply natin sa square root of 2 ay magiging 10. Okay? So, we need to remove the radical sign. How? By multiplying. So, we have the square root of 2 times the value of x. So, di ba kapag minultiply natin yung square root of 2 times the square root of 2, it will be square root of 4. And what is the square root of 4? 2. O, 2 times 5 will give us 10. Uulitin natin. This time, the hypotenuse is given. Dito yung binigay kong example ay given yung leg. Dito naman hypotenuse. So, how do you find the leg? Okay? So, again, parang x times the square root of 2 will give us 10. Ano kaya yung x? Ayan. So, ano yung imumultiply natin sa square root of 2 para maging 10? O, diba? In order to remove the radical sign, para mawala yung radical sign dito, kailangan i-square root mo siya sa 2. So, square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is square root of 4. And what is the square root of 4? 2 times 5. So, the answer is 10. So, therefore, the value of x is equal to 5 the square root of 2. Ganon din ito. Kasi pareho silang leg. Ayan. Okay? So, another example. Okay, let's have example number 3. Suppose our x is equal to 7. How about this one? It is also 7. How about our hypotenuse? It is 7 times the square root of 2. Okay? Pero kung halimbawang nakalimutan nyo yung ating rulings, balik kayo sa Pythagorean Theorem. Ma'am, paano ma'am? Nakalimutan ko na kasi yung tinuro mo dyan sa special right triangle. Okay? So, pinaka-the best pa rin ay gamitin nyo ulit yung Pythagorean Theorem. Okay, let's take another example. Okay, so this time, the two legs are unknown, kagaya ng kanina, ginawa natin. So, how do you find the two legs? So, we have x, this one, times the square root of 2 will give us 20. Ano kaya itong x? Na kapag i-multiply natin sa square root of 2, magiging 20. So, in order to remove that radical expression, we need to multiply it by the square root of 2. Okay? The square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is square root of 4, right? And that is equal to 2. Ano yung multiply mo sa 2 para maging 20? 10. Di ba? Okay, ulitin ko ha. This time, ang unknown ay yung hypotenuse. So, ano kaya yung leg natin, the measure of the leg? So, you have to multiply the square root of 2 by x. Ano kaya yung imumultiply natin sa square root of 2 para maging 20? Okay, so i-rationalize natin, no? Square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is the square root of 4. And the square root of 4 is equal to 2. So 2 times blank will give us 20. So that is 10. Therefore, this leg measures 10 the square root of 2. Ganon din ito. 10 the square root of 2. Yan. Because they are congruent. Ma'am, how do you know they are congruent? Kasi nakalagay dyan, 45 degrees, 90 degrees triangle. Okay, another one. So, ganun ulit. Given yung hypotenuse, so ano yung imumultiply natin sa square root of 2, no? Para maging 8. So, kailangan mag-isip tayo ng number, no? Ayan. Ano kaya i-multiply natin sa square root of 2? Okay? First, kailangan mong matanggal yung radical sign. Square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is the square root of 4. And that is equal to 2. Times blank will give us 8. So, the answer is 4. Therefore, ito yung value ng leg. This is our leg. That is equal to 4 the square root of 2. Ganon din sa kabila. 4 the square root of 2. Okay? Next. Pag-usapan naman natin ngayon yung tinatawag nating 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay? Nakalagay rito, in a 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees triangle, the measure of shorter leg is half. O kaya, the measure of our the measure of our hypotenuse is twice the measure of leg, shorter leg. Okay, let's take an example. Para mas maintindihan natin, suppose given yung ating shorter leg, and that is equal to 5. The shorter leg is 5. Ano kaya yung ating hypotenuse? Kasi nakalagay twice x daw. No? Hindi mo na kailangan gumamit ng formula for Pythagorean Theorem. Tandaan nyo lang ito. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay kung ano yung shorter leg natin, you have to double it para makuha natin yung hypotenuse. Okay? So, if this is 5, what is our hypotenuse? 10. How about the longer leg? It will be, halimbawa, ito ay 5. So, ano kaya yung ating longer leg? It will be 5 the square root of 3. O, di ba? Hindi mo na kailangan gumamit ng formula. Ano naman kaya yung ating hypotenuse? 2 times 5, so the answer is 10. Okay? Now, let's take another example. Ayan. So, let's take the first example here. Given the shorter leg, it is 10 units. What is our longer leg? It will be 10. Kung ano yung measure ng shorter leg, dagdagan lang natin ng square root of 3. Okay? How about the hypotenuse? Kung ano yung measure niyan, you have to double. So, this will be 20. O, diba? Vice versa, kung halimbawa given naman yung, let's say, given yung ating C. Suppose our C, so this is 60, this is 90, this is 30. Suppose given yung C, 100 units. Ano kaya yung measure ng shorter leg? Half ng 100, it is 50. That's the measure of the shorter leg. How about the longer leg, yung B? So kung ano yung measure nito, it is 50 times the square root of 3. O, di ba, hindi mo na kailangan gumamit ng formula. Ayan, so kagaya nito, So, given yung C, ano kaya yung A natin? It is 4. Di ba? Then, how about this one? It will be 4 the square root of 3. Okay, so, again, review tayo. So, what are the two special right triangles? We have the 45, 45, 90 triangles. So, ano yung nakalagay doon? Na hindi mo na kailangan gumamit ng formula. The measure of the two legs are the same. The hypotenuse is kung ano yung measure ng leg times the square root of 2. In a 30, 60, 90 triangle naman, kung ano yung measure ng shorter leg, the hypotenuse will be double, no? Twice this. Doble ng shorter leg. So, kung ito ay 5, ibig sabihin yung hypotenuse natin ay 10. At kung ano yung measure nito, dagdagan nyo lang ng square root of 3 para makuha natin yung longer leg. Okay, so thank you for watching, grade 8. Sana mayroon akong naitulong na kaunti kahit papano sa inyong kaalaman. Please study harder. Mag-review kayo palagi at kung mayroon kayong time, manood kayo ng mga YouTube about video tutorial in mathematics. Thank you.